In this video, I will be teaching you how to make a dartless skirt. Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Blessing. If you are new here, you're highly welcome. Please hit on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that whenever I post a video, you get to see the video. Please like this video at the end of the video if this video is helpful, and don't forget to like and share. Please leave a comment for me on the comment section if you found this video useful. So let's get right there. So guys, these are the materials we will be working with. So as you can see now, I have all my material ready, and here's my biro. And the first thing I'm going to do, I go ahead to really starting line. This is what I normally do with all my tutorials. If you have been following me, you will notice I always mark my starting line. So from this starting line here, I come down by the full length of the skirt, and the full length of the skirt is 25 inches. Then I added 1 inch to it for my seam allowance. Then from her waist to as hip line is 9 inches. So this is me just trying to mark 9 inches and the full length of the skirt. So I just go ahead to roll it up like this, and I also come to this part here and also roll it up like so. Okay, so the first thing we'll be taking now is the waist measurement. So for the waist measurement, I divided my waist into 4. Then I went ahead to add my dart allowance of 1 inches and my seam allowance. So coming over to the hip measurement, I divide my hip measurement divide by 4. You can see me using my tape to divide it. Then I divide it by 4 and I mark it there. Then I also went ahead to put my seam allowance there. So coming to the down part, I mark my just the hip measurement. So I did not add the seam allowance. Okay, just my hip divided by 4. I marked it at the hem part, so to give it that shape. So now I'm just going to connect it like this. Okay, just watch where I'm doing it and get it right. So I'm just going to connect it like this. So I'm just going to blade this sharp edge here. So this is basically it. So the next thing is to collect my dart, nipple to nipple divide by 2. Then I come that by 4 from that nipple to nipple line. Then I come that by 5. Then I'm just going to roll it up as a straight line. Like I'm just trying to conform my nipple to nipple. Okay, so I'm just going to roll it up as a straight line for our dart. So now coming to this up, which is the waist area, and coming out by half an inch on both sides. Then I'm just going to connect it this way triangularly like this, and this is our dart intake, right? So I'm just going to cut it out. So guys, after cutting it out, I'm just going to cut up the excess up. So I'm going to use this pattern now to cut out the back. Okay, so before we cut out the back, I'm just going to come down for this center front here by 1 inches, and I'm going to connect it to the side. But before we cut it out, we are going to cut out our back first. Okay, before we trim that part out. So I'm just going to cut this other the end part like so. So now for the dart, I'm just going to open my dart up like this. Just go ahead to open the dart up and try to close your dart. And this is the dartless we are talking about. So we want to close the dart in our pattern before transferring it to our fabric. So that is the dartless part we are talking about, because we don't want to stitch on our fabric. That is why we go ahead to close the dart on our pattern before transferring it to our fabric, so that we just go ahead to sew it straight. No need of adding that on our fabric. Hope you understand. So this is what we have. So I'm just going to use it to cut out the back. So guys, I've folded my fabric into 2. So before, like I said before, we are going to cut out the back first before we treat the front. So this is me just trying to arrange my fabric into 2, okay, and in a proper way, don't note that this fabric is called light crepe, which is the light crepe. Hope you know light crepe. This is not a thick crepe, this is a light crepe, and I used 2 years of light crepe. Okay, because I will use the same fabric for my lining because this is a white and it's kind of transparent. So guys, the first thing we're going to do is to mark out my zipper allowance. So I'm using 2 inches for my zipper allowance. So this is me just trying to mark my 2 inches all the way to the end part. So after taking my 2 inches, I'm just going to connect all the dots together as a straight line. So guys, I'm just going to place the pattern at where the 2 inches allowance start from, which is the line. Okay, so just give your allowance and start from where your line is. Hope you understand what I'm trying to explain. So this is me just trying to fix my pattern well. So you can see me here. I'm just trying to pin my pattern to my fabric. So I'll come to this other side. I will do the same thing, just trying to pin my fabric into the pattern so that it will stay there and it will not be shifting here and there. So now, as we are finished pinning our fabric and pattern, so I'm just going to cut out the excess that we have because I don't want any dragging. So I just want to cut the part that I need. Okay, so I'm just going to keep the remaining parts outside. So guys, that is that. The next thing we are going to do now is to come to the back. Okay, I'm just going to extend my line to the back like this. Okay, so you cannot see the shawl because it's a white chalk I'm using. So I will come in by 1 inches, and this part here is my my zipper bulge. Okay, so I'm just going to connect it to my hip line like this, so that we eliminate any kind of bulginess at the zipper area. So for contouring our under butt, so just go ahead to mark from your waist down to your under butt, and you mark what you have there. Just come to this end part and mark 1 inches. Okay, just go ahead to mark 1 inches here and connect it from the 1 inches. I connect it to the under butt, which is under butt, as in your under bum or your under nyash. If you don't know, so that is that. So I connected that my 1 inches to the under butt. Then I will just cut it like that. Please don't be annoyed. I use white chalk. Okay, so I cannot use any other chalk apart from white. Just follow my explanation, you will get it. So I just go ahead to trace the waist like this. So for the allowance, so I'm just going to follow my chalk. So I'm just going to follow my chalk like this. Just going to slice it. If you don't understand, let me explain it again. For the zipper part, I come in by 1 inches at the top, while for the down part, which is the hem part, I mark my under butt from my waist to my under butt. Then before connecting my 1 inches at the hem part to the under butt. Okay, then I went ahead to notch my zipper allowance and I traced the side like this. So after cutting, the next step we are going to take now is to remove my pattern. So this is me just trying to remove my pin from the pattern and the fabric. Then I'm just going to keep the back aside. Let's cut out the front. So I'm still going to fold my fabric into two. Then I'm just going to place the pattern on top of the fabric that I folded into two. So but for this one here, the center will be on fold. Okay, the center front will be on fold. So just fold it, and I'm just going to use my office pinner to hold it down, just the way you see me doing. So guys, after pinning, I'm just going to trace what I have on the pattern. Just go ahead to trace everything on the pattern to your fabric. Okay, so for the side, I'm just going to go ahead to follow my pattern. Just follow the pattern. Okay, so guys, after cutting, this is how it is. So I'm going to braid the front like this, and I'm going to remove my pin from each side. Then I cut out the lining. Like I said before, I'm using the fabric as the lining. Okay, so this is the lining of the front and the main fabric of the front. So what I'm doing here is that I matched it right side facing right side so that I can able to stitch it. Okay, as in like I'm using the lining to lining the main fabric. So the first part that we are going to sew is the hem part. Okay, so just go ahead to use half an inch to sew. Like I'm going to sew it like this. Okay, then come back to show you what's next. And I'm still going to do the back the same way as well. So you can see that this is the back. We have two, which is making it four for the back. So I'm just going to use it to lining the, so we are sewing the down part first before coming to the top. Okay, so guys, we've done that. I've stitched it. I stitched the side and the down part. Okay, I stitched the side and down part. Then I'm going to bring uh the back. So you can see this is the back. Okay, and this is the second side of the back. So you can see I've already stitched the down part, stitched the side. Then what we are going to do now is to join back the two back together, right side facing right side, so that we can secure our slit at, because without slits you cannot be able to work with this kind of skirts. Okay, so what I did is that I just properly arranged it. Then I will mark the slits opening. So guys, from the waist I marked down to 8 inches from my waist. So from the 8 inches I come down, so I'm just going to try and shock it so that it can be visible for me. So from the 8 inches I come out by 9 inches. Okay, and that part will be the sewing area. So from here to the hem part is my slits. Okay, so from the 8 inches that will come down from my zip, and we mark 2 inches. So remember we use 2 inches for our zipper allowance. So I'm going to mark the 2 inches and end it at the part that we end the length before this slit. So we are going to sew from there to here to here. Okay, so I insert our zip. So guys, I inserted my zip and this is how it is. Okay, so you can see the slit at the end of it like so. Okay, so the next step we're going to do is to bring the front. So I'm just going to bring my front pattern, my front skirt. Then I'm going to align it the right side facing the right side. Then just go ahead to shape it the sides. I use 2 inches for my stitching allowance. I will fold in half an inch, remaining 1.5. So I'm using the 1.5 to close the both side. So guys, I've stitched it and this is how it comes out, and I've went ahead to pipe it the upper part. Okay, so guys, this is the end of this tutorial. If you find this video helpful, please just give this video a huge thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell. Just share this video for others to benefit. So just go ahead to give it a very good press, and we are through making of this dartless skirt. So thank you so much for watching. Bye, to see you in my next video.